Okay, friends, we're gonna start our Picasso-inspired monster faces. You can do whatever monster you want. I put a couple examples up on the board for inspiration. I have a witch up there, and I also have Frankenstein. I did a version of Frankenstein. I don't want you to copy what you see on the board, but use that as inspiration. So the first thing you're gonna do is pick out one big piece of colored paper. That's your background. And then 2 regular size, and each paper has to be a different color because we want to have contrast in our work. You're going to be doing this with a pencil, but I'm going to use a Sharpie so you can see. You're going to do first is start with the face, and the face is going to be one big curve across the bottom of one of your papers. And I'm going to take that curve and I'm gonna cut it out. Now, I don't even need that background paper right now, so that line I just made for my curve, I'm gonna cut it out. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the other paper, and I'm also going to want that curve to be the same. So I'm gonna line these up corner to corner. And that second paper, I'm now going to use the bottom of the first one I cut out to trace that matching line. So see, it's going to match perfect because I have it lined up corner to corner. I'm going to pull that off and go ahead and cut that out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside the first one I had. And with this one, I'm going to find the middle point and I'm going to draw my face. I'm going to come down a little bit for the forehead. And then I'm going to come out and think about what I want to do for my nose. If I want a witch's nose, I might want to do a really long shaped nose that's kind of pointy. In mine, I did a Frankenstein nose, so it kind of just comes off on a curve. I think for this, I'll do like a witch's nose. So it's going to come out like that. And then I'm going to come down. I'm going to curve in and then back out for the chin. So now what I need to do is cut along this line that I just made. So I'm gonna go and cut very carefully along that line. And now I'm gonna add glue to the side that I see my pencil line on. Remember, in art, we always add the messy to the messy side. So I'm gonna do some nice long horizontal and vertical lines. Take that glue and carefully before it dries, I'm not gonna put this back on my paper and line the edges up and then rub. So now I have 2 sides to my face. I'm gonna take that background paper next, and using the back of this paper, I can rub a little more. I'm gonna take this, add some glue to the back pretty quick, get all the edges, flip it over, and I'm gonna try to, leave some space at the bottom for the neck, but leave space at the top for the hair. So I have space at both the top and the bottom. And this is a huge piece of paper, so I know it's a little hard to see, friends. So I'm gonna do my best to position that camera, and now I'm gonna rub. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm gonna start to design my face. Now, a lot of times for the mouth, I just do a circle, so you can pick out any color you want. I'm gonna use this. I like you to try, to draw things without a stencil, but if you need to, I do have a couple of different kinds of stencils at your seat. There's some of these circle ones where you can use the inside of it. I don't think anybody's gonna need to use the outside for any shapes, but you can. I have some pre-cut ones, and I also have some red stencils at your seat as well. So now I'm gonna go around and cut around that circle. And again, you can freehand those circles if you want to. I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna put that about right here where the curve goes in, right before the chin. So right up against there, and that's gonna be my mouth. If you think you have another way that you wanna cut your mouth, you can, but we are not drawing with pencil yet. Okay, so no drawing part is in this right now. We're just creating a collage. Now you need to put some teeth in there. In mine, I just did some square pink teeth. You can do white teeth. You can do whatever you want. I think for this, I might do some red teeth this time. And I'm gonna go in. Now, if you're doing like Dracula, you can do pointed teeth, because you can do the vampire. Just remember, friends, we need to make it sure it's appropriate. You can do a tongue instead if you want. You know, you think about what shape those things are gonna be. And instead of drawing them, you have to now cut them from paper. So I'm just gonna do a few teeth in this one. Maybe my witch that I'm making is missing some teeth, and they're really crooked. All right, now we're gonna do the eyes. And again, when you're doing these things, they do not need to match what color you would typically see in a real life portrait. I mean, these are Picassos, so they're very abstract. So for the eyes, I'm going to do, let's see, in mine I did white circles in my original. I think what I'm going to do is something different this time. I think I might do some orange eyes. Really weird, but that's okay. Picasso did not use realistic colors. So I don't want to draw this in the middle of the paper, because I don't think I'll need the whole paper. So I'm going to draw from the edge. And in fact, I might already have these papers kind of cut down smaller for you. So I'm going to think about the eye. All right, this eye, I'm going to do a circle. And then in some of Picasso's work, he had eyes that looked like they were looking sideways. So how you would do that is you make like a cone. You make a V with a curve on it. And I'll show you later when you draw the smaller details in there how to make that eye look sideways. Now, you can decide to cut a smaller circle and glue it in the middle, but if you want for those smaller details to do that later on with a slick stick, I will allow that just for time. So I'm not going to have my eyes lined up. I'm going to have one way down here, and then maybe this one is way up here. Okay. So there we go. We've got the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Those are the important facial features. I'm even going to go in and maybe do some ears, and I have a little left over. I'm just going to do like some half circled ears, but it does not have to be realistic. Choose whatever shape you want. That's what's great about this. And same thing with the ears. I'm going to do one right here. So the placement and the proportions of the head do not need to be realistic. And then maybe I'll do one like down here. Crazy. If you want to do a witch's hat or anything, I think I'm going to do a witch's hat. You can. I'm going to use purple for that. I might need to use this full paper. But if I have any scraps that I think somebody can use next time, I'm going to take that, glue it on. So if yours has a hat or anything, you can do that. Put it down, and it's a little high up, but I can always cut that later. And then too, friends, you might want to go ahead and cut a neck to put in here. It can match the colors that you used for the basic shape of your face, or you can do different colors. Okay, so I think I might kind of try to follow the same colors, go back in and find those papers. And what you can do for your neck is just a rectangle. So we're going to add some more details to this once we get the basic facial features on there, and that will be happening next week. So keep adding more, as much details, because we're not going to get our slick sticks until next time.